I'm sorry. But I don't want to be an emperor. That's not my business. I don't want to rule or conquer anyone. I should like to help everyone if possible. Jew, Gentile, black man, white. We all want to help one another. Human beings are like that. We want to live by each other's happiness, not by each other's misery. We don't want to hate and despise one another. In this world, there's room for everyone, and the good earth is rich and can provide for everyone. The way of life can be free and beautiful, but we have lost the way. Greed has poisoned men's souls, has barricaded the world with hate, has goose-stepped us into misery and bloodshed. We have developed speed, but we have shut ourselves in. Machinery that gives abundance has left us in want. Our knowledge has made us cynical, our cleverness hard and unkind. We think too much and feel too little. More than machinery, we need humanity. More than cleverness, we need kindness and gentleness. Without these qualities, life will be violent, and all will be lost. The aeroplane and the radio have brought us closer together. The very nature of these inventions cries out for the goodness in men, cries out for universal brotherhood, for the unity of us all. Even now, my voice is reaching millions throughout the world. Millions of despairing men, women, and little children. Victims of a system that makes men torture and imprison innocent people. For those who can hear me, I say, do not despair. The misery that is now upon us is but the passing of greed. The bitterness of men fear the way of human progress. The hate of men will pass, and dictators die. And the power they took from the people will return to the people. And so long as men die, liberty will never perish. Soldiers, don't give yourselves to brutes. Men who despise you, enslave you, who regiment your lives, tell you what to do, what to think, and what to feel, who drill you, diet you, treat you like cattle, use you as cannon fodder. Don't give yourselves to these unnatural men, machine men, with machine minds and machine hearts. You are not machines, you are not cattle, you are men. You have the love of humanity in your hearts. You don't hate, only the unloved hate, the unloved and the unnatural. Soldiers, don't fight for slavery, fight for liberty. In the 17th chapter of St. Luke it is written, the kingdom of God is within man, not one man nor a group of men, but in all men, in you. You, the people, have the power to create machines, the power to create happiness. You, the people, have the power to make this life free and beautiful, to make this life a wonderful adventure. Then in the name of democracy, let us use that power. Let us all unite. Let us fight for a new world, a decent world, that will give men a chance to work, that will give youth a future and old age a security. By the promise of these things, brutes have risen to power, but they lie. They do not fulfill that promise. They never will. Dictators free themselves, but they enslave the people. Now let us fight to fulfill that promise. Let us fight to free the world, to do away with national barriers, to do away with greed, with hate and intolerance. Let us fight for a world of reason, a world where science and progress will lead to all men's happiness. Soldiers, in the name of democracy, let us all unite! Can you hear me? Wherever you are, look up, Hannah. The clouds are lifting. The sun is breaking through. We are coming out of the darkness into the light. We are coming into a new world, a kindlier world, where men will rise above their hate, their greed, and brutality. Look up, Hannah. The soul of man has been given wings, and at last he is beginning to fly. He is flying into the rainbow, into the light of hope, into the future, the glorious future that belongs to you, to me, and to all of us. Look up, Anna. Look up.
everyone. Thank you for joining us on the call. We're happy to have you here. My name is Isabel, and I am one of the top reps here at A.W.A.R.E with AreWeAllReallyEducated.com. I became Patrick Devine's youngest student who had the wonderful opportunity to have been taught with him one-on-one. I helped Patrick Devine reach his goal of spreading the awareness topic to the millennials, as his mission was to get his teachings to the youth. Tonight, we are bringing on a special guest who was successfully able to open his Secure Party Creditor bank account with Fidelity Bank. He was even able to fund his account by claiming his UCC as collateral. His testimonial is very powerful and goes to show you what kind of results you can get when you follow the instructions provided to you by A.W.A.R.E. We are muting the lines to everyone until Q&A session, where you'll be able to unmute yourself to ask a question. I am joyed to bring your host, Emilio, once again. Emilio is A.W.A.R.E's sought-after consultant. He is the agent heir of the all capital estate name. He is an expert and established Secure Party Creditor, is one of A.W.A.R.E's top apprentices for Patrick Devine. He knows who he is and knows who he's not, and has his feet in the sand, overcoming his own law adversities, probably more than the average individual has, and has conquered. I introduce to you Emilio. Welcome, Emilio, to the call tonight.
Thank you, Isabel, for your always kind words. I see in the chat that it's live. So, Isabel, if you do, of course, hear me loud and clear, you can then please confirm. Confirm with me, I see. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. Well, as always, I am truly honored to be the host this evening. I am excited for this call. Let's get right into it, okay? The reason why many aren't getting remedy is because of their way of doing things and conducting themselves when it comes to getting themselves established in the private. Many aren't getting remedy because of many reasons. One of the top reasons that I see people not having successes is because they're relying on other people, other private organizations, whoever they turn to help them through the journey, which I'm going to just tell you, it's not an easy one, but it is a journey that is well worth it. You see, the attitudes of many when it comes to this movement of being able to know who you are and who you're not. When I heard Isabel saying, I know who I am and who I'm not. You see, I learned many years ago that I'm no longer living as a piece of paper, aka a birth certificate. Okay? Once I found out about the Jens Leges, about what they're doing in regards to our birth certificates and how we're being registered to the state county when we're born, I started seeing things in a whole different light. Not in a bad way, but in a good way. You see, because this knowledge is not intended for everyone. You see, because many people's attitudes will prevent them better off saying from getting remedy and having successes with their processes, okay? Many of you grow up with a similar attitude you had when you used to attend school. Okay, with your peers, you will be a certain way. You notice who was the bully, who wasn't the bully, who was the shy one, etc. And these children grow up to be adults. But if you remember when you was in school, and hopefully you're not one of them, and if you are, I hope you have changed. But in school, when you was younger, you would see these kids, they have tantrums. You know, they'll get angry, and if they don't get their way, they want to be coddled, you know. Those kids turn up when they grow up to be adults, and most of them become losers. No disrespect to any of anyone who knows any of those type of people. And what I mean by that is the losers are the ones who make excuses, the ones who say, oh, I can't, I wasn't successful because so and so, or I didn't become what I wanted to become because my parents did this to me, or said, I didn't become the star athlete because of my coach that I had back in high school. Those are the losers to me. Okay, the people who make excuses. And when you get to the point where you're able to experience, releasing of any of these things that you were taught while you were in school that no longer serve you, okay, then you're able to start setting yourself up for success. You see, many people want to have success but don't want to go through the sand. They don't want to go through the dirt. They don't want to go through the journey. They want things to be easy peasy, and that's not the way things work in this world. I have seen firsthand, being one of their A.W.A.R.E's top consultants here, and I thank you for Isabel for, of course, just letting me know how special and great I am for many people. I don't have to be everyone's cup of tea, but as long as I'm making people happy, that's it. It doesn't matter if it's just one individual. I'm happy with that. I'm grateful because the knowledge and the wisdom that I've gathered and gained through the years of being around many different types of people, I have learned what not to become. I have learned to change and shift my mind to the point where people who used to know me and see me before, they see a whole different individual today. And these are the same people who were the little ranters at school. They're the ones who got the tantrums. They're the ones when things didn't go their way, they will, yell and scream and all that stuff. And I got a saying, a bad child is because of a bad parent, okay? And if you have a bad child, you are a bad parent, straight up. A lot of parents, a lot of adults don't like to hear it, and I think a lot of them are the ranters. And what I mean by that is, if your child grows up and they're a bad child, they're just, they're just bad. You know who I'm talking about. Then you didn't do your job, a great job. You might have done an okay job, a fair job, a good job, but good, okay, fair is not great. Okay, and when you can take ownership and responsibility for things that are happening in your life that may not be going your way, and you take responsibility, boy oh boy, is that powerful. It's something that cannot be denied. It cannot be taken away from you. And when you shift your mindset and start taking responsibility and start knowing that you are the one and only one who can have the success that you're seeking, the freedom, if you're so determined to take the time out and study and learn, read. If you don't know how to read, no disrespect to anyone who doesn't know how to read, but someone that didn't know how to read had helped me with some paperwork a while ago, many years ago, and it got me in a bit of trouble where they sent me away for a victimless crime. The book is going to be coming out about this story. The movies, I'm doing a movie as well about this. I'm going to be writing a book about the Form 56A, how powerful it is. If you know what you're doing, you can eliminate any criminal case whatsoever. If you have not hurt, harmed, injured anyone, okay, you have not done a crime. Not talking about statutes and codes, okay, which are not law, by the way, but many of you wouldn't even know that. Why? Because you don't take the time to study and learn. Many of you probably are starting to get into this knowledge, are starting to learn. If you're someone that's new and you were told to get on a call because there's going to be some information that can change your life, just know this. Start here. Go and find out about the birth certificate. Find out what they have done with the birth certificate, a birth certificate being registered, okay, and do some research. Go and find out about the QSIP number, about your bond number, about the registry date on your birth certificate. It's not going to be the same date you were born. It's going to be a couple of days, few days. For many, it's been a couple of weeks. I've seen many different dates. Mine was 2 days right after one I was born, it was 2 days right after they registered my ens legis, all caps, name, okay, to the state, county. My mother did it. She didn't know, of course, being ignorant, okay? And ignorant is not a bad term. It's not a bad word. A lot of people need to start getting into etymology, knowing the true definitions of words, because even the words that they have given us, when I say us, the people as a society, indigenous people, okay, the people of the land, okay, where there was no social security number attached to you, there was no birth certificate attached to you, you were just a man or a woman, okay? But now it's all a business. So, and I was registered 2 days right after, and I have a bond number, right across from my birth certificate on the top right hand corner. That's bond number, and you look it up, being traded on the New York Stock Exchange. And when I started educating myself, started learning about this many moons ago, I was just blown away. But I became enlightened. I started becoming aware back in 2002, 2003. Okay, after September 11th, it took me 1 to 2 years. I met someone where I was working at the time when I used to be a slave to a clock, when I had a job, a job where it had me just over broke. I had one of those things. Okay, and I wasn't aware of what was really going on, but I knew something wasn't right. Okay, especially after the Twin Towers collapsed the way they did, and I done some research and I was blown away. That's when I started getting into more of the knowledge, educating myself, doing, I've been using the computers and the internet since way back in 95. Okay, it's way back then. Now many people are starting to get in more and more into the computers, into the internet, but I've been at this for a long time, okay? And that's why I don't appreciate when, and this is to digress a bit, when people rely on other people and other companies and entities to be their savior, and that's not the way A.W.A.R.E functions. It's a private organization. That's not the way they work at all. I can tell you that right now. Anyone that is contacting A.W.A.R.E has to be professional, has to be courteous and kind, because Team A.W.A.R.E is all that and some. I would love for you guys to be disrespectful, to be rude, and go do it with the other veterans that are teaching this for many, many years, like the Yusuf L's, the Jonah Bays, okay, Gene Keatings, okay, Tony King, okay, Patrick Devine. I would dare you to try to do this and be rude and disrespectful to the great Patrick. He would tear you guys up. And the reason I'm mentioning this, if you're a new caller, don't get afraid, don't get scared. I just want you to pretty much grasp, what's going on here when it comes to the knowledge and the information, and how this has come together to the point where a Team A.W.A.R.E was created with Patrick, and he didn't take any nonsense from anyone. But if you're here on the call, you're going to get educated, okay, and you're going to get the knowledge, and you're going to have more information that you had before getting on this call, okay? This call is only going to be anywhere from 45 minutes to 60 minutes. Okay, we're already 19 minutes in. I'm going to do my very best to move fast, but I also am very passionate on what I do. Okay, and if you're going to be contacting and be in communication with Team A.W.A.R.E, they ask, and I ask as well as the consultant, to be respectful, because we have people every once in a while, not really much with A.W.A.R.E, which is great, because we're like the gold standard. I look at A.W.A.R.E like the gold standard. When I came on board with A.W.A.R.E, they were like the gold standard. If I needed help and I needed to go to get information, and I seen Yusuf L. I've talked to Yusuf, great individual, and he's a no nonsense individual. He's someone that if you go there with disrespect, he will tell you where the sun doesn't shine, and then you won't like that. And at A.W.A.R.E, all we ask is that people be respectful, know that they're not your savior. Okay, you have to do your own due diligence, because it does not matter if and no disrespect to the paralegals, of course, at A.W.A.R.E, but it does not matter if the paralegals give you powerful paperwork, okay, that's guaranteed possibly to stop any case, of course, because they have their own research team, and they know this is what they do. They're professionals at what they do, and boy, oh boy, they're like the wolves of Wall Street. You know, they're out there to just, you know, command their respect and win cases. Winning is their ultimate and only goal at the paralegals. But it doesn't matter the powerful paperwork that they prepare for you. If you don't know what the paperwork means, what it all entails, okay, if you don't know the case laws that they put in your paperwork, if you don't know how to respond when the man or woman in the black robe questions you and tests you, because you will be tested, okay, I promise you that. But you have to know who you are and who you're not. When you know who you're not, and you're not living as a piece of paper, and you know there's two entities, you have your straw man, your all caps name, the ens legis, and you know that you, the living being, man or woman, okay, you're not fictional. You're not a fictional entity as they have it in Black's Law Dictionary, 4th edition, straw man, look it up, fictional entity. Okay, when you know you're not that, and that you're being traded on the stock exchange, your property, then you know that you're the agent heir of that estate, and anything that they try to contract with you is null and void, accepted for value. Okay, that's all that many people need to be doing. Get your case dismissed, okay, and use your SSDK trust. And set it off. That's how you can, you know, beat, you know, again, there are many things I would love to discuss here, but I know a lot of people right now just want to continue to get the help and the assistance needed to beat cases that they have going on. But I tell people all the time, all you need to do is accept it for value, guys. Okay, accept it for value. Okay, if you have not hurt, harmed, injured anyone, accept it for value and return for value, for settlement and closure and set off, and that's it. Okay, and know that you are not that ens legis. That is not you. You're the agent heir. You have to know these things. These are basic fundamentals. Okay, if you don't know that, and I'm speaking to people that don't even know that, but they want to tap into a trust account. They say they want to get some money from this treasury that they've heard about on the YouTube, on the internet, and they don't even know who the heck they are. No, that's not who we work with here at A.W.A.R.E. No, whatsoever. You have to already be knowledgeable and aware of what is going on, okay? Because I tell you, once I became educated and aware, I started unraveling so many things, and I used to be combative. I was so mad. Twin Towers, they brought it down. What? I was so mad. I did more research about so many other things. I was mad. But then I got educated. I became a student, a true student. And Patrick told me something so very important, which I lacked, which was don't be combative. When you're not combative and you're respectful and you remain in honor like a king and a queen, a god or a goddess, then they're going to respect you like so. And doesn't matter if you don't get your remedy right there. It doesn't matter if you don't get your remedy in 1, 2, 3 years from now. But guess what? You will get your remedy if you stay persistent. Persistence overcomes resistance. When you stay on course, determined, knowing who you are and who you're not, even if it doesn't work at the moment. So you think it doesn't work. Why it didn't work? Probably because your mindset wasn't right. Probably because the law of attraction was working against you. You was thinking negative. You was already thinking, and that word negative is not actually what we think as well. Negative and positive. Positive is actually negative, and negative is actually positive. Etymology.com, guys. Look it up for yourself. I'm still blown away by all these words that I'm learning every single day, because that's one thing about me. I stay learning, okay? And that's what you must do, okay? Stay learning, all right? Now, as I was mentioning, we're at a point right now where we have people that there are the kids that got kicked out of class a lot, the ones who try to make silly jokes and are mad at the world. You don't want to be that individual. You want to have success. You want to change your attitude. You want to have a great outlook on it all. I've known people who lost their home to foreclosure, got it back 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years. It doesn't matter, okay? What was committed in fraud will be handled appropriately. It doesn't matter the amount of time that occurred in past, because once it's discovered, remedy must be given. Okay? A lot of you are going into court and having, pro se, going in there, I was pro se. You don't want to be pro se. It's sue juries. So a lot of you guys are not, you're making these you're doing things that are not working in your best interest, and you're listening to people who didn't have success, okay, the ones that think everything is a joke, not realizing they are the joke, okay, the ones who were the bullies, and now the police officers, who often grow up like this. Okay, people in power often grow up like this. They were once bullied on and end up becoming bullies as a sort of revenge, and now you guys are being bullied by the same people who bullied on you. Okay, you are the bully, and that could be why you aren't getting remedy. Maybe you're acting like a bully. Maybe when you encounter these public policy enforcers, the men and women in robes, okay, maybe you're acting bullyish. Maybe you're acting very combative. Maybe you're being rude and disrespectful just because you think you have the knowledge, and now you think you're a real king. But a real king wouldn't act in dishonor, and many of you are acting in dishonor. That's why you're not getting remedy. That's why people with bad attitudes will not be ever free, because their ego won't allow them to really comprehend and grasp the knowledge and put their ego to the side and realize, I do need to be, peace. Like Ralph Smart, look him up on YouTube. He'd be like, peace, infinite waters, diving deep. All right, look that guy up. He's all about peace and love and harmony and veganism and clearing your temple, your chakras. Many of you guys wanna you think you're living a healthy lifestyle, but your mindset is crappy. You're eating crappy foods. You're eating bottom feeders, the cockroaches, which is the seafood. Okay, you're eating foods that's giving you tapeworms and worms and all these things, and then you want to act like like you're the big bad wolf, or the world owes you something, and you're not getting remedy because this person or my ex did this to me, and you don't know my story, but let me tell you. Nobody wants to hear that. Okay? Nobody successful with a great, powerful mind wants to be around people like that. And that's why many people are not having success. If you're on the phone, you're listening today, if you know anyone in your life who are naggers, who are always complaining, they think they know it all. They know everything about health and wellness, yet they're out of shape. They can't even, get up straight, and they think they have the answers to everything. And the ones who think they want to give you money advice, they don't even have a pot to piss in, and they want to tell you why you want to invest your money in this, why you want to do this. Everything is a scam for these people. Look out for these vultures. They're bottom feeders. They're leeches. They're the tapeworms of society. They're the low frequency people. You got to burn your sage, your Palo Santo when they come around you. They make you feel heavy when they're near you, right? You know who they are. You got to get rid of these people. If your mindset is like that, you got to change your mindset, okay? Because it's all about mindset. You may have a nagging wife that don't believe in this, a nagging husband that don't believe in this. And when I say this, being able to know who you are and who you're not, and that all your debts are paid for, okay? And there's money, there's millions and billions of dollars in people's trust account, okay, that is there if you know how to remain in honor, know how to conduct yourself, not combative, study, learning every day. You're gonna be free. You're gonna be the one that has 6, 7, 8 cars like Jonah. Okay, like many people who are out there having successes, like many people here at A.W.A.R.E, myself with my successes and the things that I'm not into the things first and foremost, because nothing is ours. People want to have a fancier car than a fancier body. You know, they care more about the oil in their car than what they feed in their mouths, what they fuel their body, their trillions of cells. You know, people care more about things, materialistic things, and these are the people, once again, you're not gonna have success. Okay, don't waste your time. I've seen it. I've got the experience. Believe me, I used to be with you types of people, and if that's not you, you won't get offended. And if it is you, guess what? Your ego's already telling you who he thinks he is. Blah 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 blah. I know you're the type of people that will get offended. The shoe fits. Go ahead and wear them, because you need to hear this probably. That's why you got on this call, because I speak truth. I speak realness. I'm not here to sugarcoat anything for no one. My energy is pure love and light. I have compassion, empathy, sympathy. A lot of people lack that. Just look around you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not making these things up. Just look around you. So many people who are such a low frequency are acting, saying, vibrating so low that they're just not going to ever be able to really be free. Now, do you think these people need to know how to tap into a trust account? Do you think these people need a black card with millions of dollars that they can use on a monthly basis? No. They do not need this information, because they don't know what to do with it. That's why our great government, they said, well, if they want to know who they are, if they want to figure this out on their own, well, go ahead, let them figure it out. And if they do, the paperwork is right there so they can fill it out and send it to us. Okay? And that's how this thing works. I'm no longer mad at the IRS. I love the IRS. I love the Treasury Department, the Internal Revenue Service as well, okay? Because IRS is not the same as Internal Revenue Service. Let me just clarify that for all the nitwits that don't even know that. But they want to tap into a bond. They want to OID stuff. They want to get checks back. They want to go get a car, pay for 3 months, and then OID it. They want to sector for value, and boom. These are the people that don't need this knowledge and this information. And these are the people that A.W.A.R.E does not help. That's why they're going to start screening people ASAP. Okay? We must remain in honor, ladies and gentlemen. And changing your mindset is a very important aspect to having success. More wealth and abundance, better health. Okay? You're being totally free from the system, the matrix. Okay? Keep in mind, don't contact A.W.A.R.E after you come out of from another group or organization, or some people that try to help you that did not get you the relief you were seeking, yet come to A.W.A.R.E expecting to get remedy. We notice a pattern with this and question why they didn't get remedy is because of what reason? Well, we start seeing people do not want to study. They don't want to take the time out to read. Their mindset isn't here on their, it's not, you know, and the attitude needs an adjustment, you know, so many things that people are the reasons why I'm not having success. I know I'm having much success. Okay, all right, I'm having so much abundance in my life, and it's not only for me and for my family, but for people that I consult, for people that I interact with, that I help when I do my private VIP powerful mindset individuals only accepted. Okay, no high fructose corn syrup, no chlorified calcified pineal gland people allowed. High frequency, high vibrational individuals. Okay, this is the type of individuals that I surround myself with, that I connect with, that I love to help. Okay, because I'm here, okay, to give more of the love and the light that I have within me, within my spirit being, okay, and give the knowledge that I've obtained throughout the many years since becoming aware. You want to get yourself a good book, Kevin Trudeau, this is a classic, Natural Cures They Don't Want You to Know About. I think that was 2002. I read his book, 2003. Okay, blew my mind. And that's when I started changing things in my diet and what I was eating and stuff like that. Okay, so now we're at 35 minutes, guys. I tell you, once I get going, boy, forget about it. So I'm going to do my very best here to continue on and wrap this up so we can bring on our special guest. I got about 10 minutes, so we're good. We're doing some great timing. We're doing some great timing, okay? I just want to give you guys the information, something that's going to be a nugget for someone. It's going to help someone get it. It's gonna click. They're gonna be like, wow, he hit it. That's what I need. That's the only thing I need. And boom, they change that aspect in their life. Things start shifting. The Secret by Rhonda Byrne. Look at these type of movies, these documentaries. Okay, it's on Netflix. You can watch it on Netflix. Okay, it's all about mindset. It's not about religion at all. It's about spirituality. Okay, it's not about, praying to anyone in particular. This is not what The Secret is about, because many people sometimes like, oh, I'm not a religious individual. It's not religious. It's just about the power of the mind. You got some scientists there. You got some very enlightened individuals on The Secret that can help you in your mindset. It helped me many years ago when it first came out. I think it was 2005, 2006, around that time. These are the things you need to immerse yourself in personal development. Ralph Smart, because this is what's going to help you change your mindset and your attitude, because many people need an attitude adjustment. Okay, your success is dependent on you, not A.W.A.R.E, not anyone. There's no pointing fingers here that you are not successful because of anyone, any person, organization, your mother, your father, your brother, your sister, none of that. People, if you can't take responsibility for your own actions, for your own failures, for your own successes, then you're going to be a lost soul, and you're going to be the ones who are going to have soul recycling done on you. Okay, look that up. Soul recycling. These people have an agenda. They're attacking you from the air, from the water, from the food, from the clothes you put on, the lotions, the potions. Okay, so you have to be aware. You have to be conscious. You got to do things to combat these things that we're being bombarded with within our realm. Okay, because I like to look at the body as this. I'm renting this body. That's all I'm doing. I'm renting my body, but I'm a spirit. I'm spiritual. I'm everything. I'm divinity. I'm you. I'm I am that I am. Okay, that's what we all are. We are one, all together, and we need to be working with each other, not fighting with each other, because that's what they want. Okay, and that is something that we as a people need to come together and know that if we come together, we're more powerful together in numbers than they are, because they lack the numbers. Okay. So, Patrick talked about this a lot and has, taught us all great, here at A.W.A.R.E to watch out for certain individuals, because he knows what we started was an everlasting project that would impact generations to come. Okay, that's what's being created. Patrick Devine saw with many adults that they were stubborn and not willing to take the effort to study this knowledge that'll free them. He felt the only hope left was with the youth, the young minds, the millennials, who were not as tainted as many adults, who had the guts more than many adults, who had the courage more than many adults, and who had the open mind more than many adults to grasp. Okay? Many adults are not able to grasp this knowledge. The correlation between health and law go hand in hand. Okay, many people want to dispute and debate this. It's not debatable. How about that? You can't tell me you want to debate me on why veganism is not that great because you gain an extra 10, 20 pounds. That's ignorant. That's stupidity. Okay. There are fat vegans. Okay. There are heavy vegans. Okay. They are unhealthy vegans. Yes. Oreos is vegan. Is it healthy? Processed foods. There's many that are vegan. Would that be healthy? What is healthy is fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, legumes. Go look up Dr. Sebi. Okay, Dr. Sebi. Okay, many of you guys have been bamboozled. You've been so brainwashed that you don't got your mind right to even know what the heck is healthy and what's not. To try to tell me and convince me that animals were put here on earth so we can kill them and we slaughter them, make them suffer just because of our lust in meat. Who gave us this meat? Who taught us how to live and act and eat a certain way? Doesn't make it right. If your mother or your father or society taught us a certain way, doesn't make us right. We have a mind. Okay? We have two minds, actually. The one in our brain, and the brain in our head. Okay? You guys are with me. I hope you know. Okay? The mind and the brain, Okay? Then we have the brain. Two brains. Can you believe that? One in our gut and one in our heads, guys. Okay? You just can't just tell me, better off don't have a conversation with me on why veganism is not healthy. Okay, why not have a conversation with me, have a conversation with you on why killing animals is not healthy? They're sentient beings. They have emotions. Go watch Earthlings. Okay? Stop watching the Kardashians. Go watch Earthlings. Go watch documentaries. Okay? Forks Over Knives. There's so many out here. Cowspiracy, there's so many out here that you can watch and educate yourself and see where your food is coming from. Why are you unhealthy? Why you got high blood pressure, diabetes? Why? Well, you don't think the stuff that you're putting in your mouth? Huh? You don't think that? You don't have no common sense? I was helping Patrick get his mind right, by getting his foods that would nourish him, nourish the trillions of cells in his body, giving him tips and advice on what to do, and he just was the way he was. He didn't want to really hear it much. He was trying, he was doing his best, but he was already at the point where that's it, his mindset was already set, like that's it, this is his path. But his path and his legacy will continue on. We're going to continue to deliver the message. We're going to continue to bring you the knowledge of law. But if I'm coming on and I'm speaking, I'm going to hit you with the truth. Health and law go hand in hand. Because if you can't take care of your health, or if you're going through health complications that often interferes with the outcome of your paperwork, of your successes with your legal issues, then you're not going to be able to do it. It's not going to work. Okay? There are levels to life. Many of you just want to live a low frequency, low vibration life. Level 1. I'm at level 10. Many of you guys are level 1, level 2. And then you want to have successes. You want to be abundant, and you want wealth. You want the finest man or the finest woman with all this. Yet you're level 1, level 2. Are you kidding me? There's levels to this game. There's levels to life. That's the answer to all of your questions. Guys, just like there are levels of every different types of water. I have people I speak to, they think water is all the same. No, it's not, nitwits. Okay, it's not. You have different types of waters. Just like many people think all water is the same. It's not. How silly is that? You've got distilled water, you got alkaline water, you got acidic, you got mineral, you got gold and silver, reverse osmosis, you got hard water, you got soft water, just to name a few, please. But yet you have people thinking all water is the same. Oh my gosh, I got to get off this call because I'm about to get started on here, boy. Oh boy. Humanity needs some help. Yeah, okay? A change in perspective of our brainwashed upbringings that has enslaved us and our children for years. Okay, many of you are parents, and this is what you're teaching your children. How to be a slave to a clock. How to be a slave to the matrix. Huh? Slaving to the man. For what? For a measly few bucks so you can pay off your debts, which your debts are already paid because of HJR 192. House Joint Resolution. Huh? When they stole all of our gold and silver. Huh? Guys, the mission of A.W.A.R.E is to spread awareness and enlightenment. Think about this. People are being so brainwashed. Look at how they are taking selfies. They think they come... They came of a duck. My ex did that in the 90s with the duck face. To this day, 2019, people are still doing the duck face in their selfies. What's with the duck face? Guys, there are levels to life. Patrick wanted to get it into the health and wellness, like I said, but it was too late for him, unfortunately. If you're listening to this call and you're still breathing, you still got life in you, it's not late for you. I beat high blood pressure, diabetes, depression. I beat it, okay, by shifting my mindset and shifting the things I was eating, changing my lifestyle, okay? I once I shifted that, forget about it. Everything changed for me. Okay? People are following the wrong trends, the wrong people, the wrong mentors, the wrong coaches, wrong information. And when they get the real information and the real mentor and coach, they look at us like we're the loony ones, or we don't know what the heck we're doing. But yet we got the knowledge, the wisdom, the information, the training, the research. I've been researching since, my gosh, I've been using computers since 95. So I can say I've been doing real research since 99, 2000. Okay? Researching so many things about this world. It'll blow your mind. Many of you think it's a conspiracy. It's no way. That can't exist. I really hope my words of wisdom has touched many listening in on the call tonight. I'm very passionate, and staunchly to spreading nothing but the truth to awaken humanity, because the people living on earth need a serious wake-up call. I see it with friends and family. I've had friends and family I don't talk to no longer because I'm vibrating on a different frequency. And when you're vibrating on a different, higher frequency, you got low-level people that are wanting to, connect with you, hang out with you, and when you give them an opportunity time after time and time, and you feel how they make you feel drained, like you just came out of a battle, like you just finished working out, it's like enough is enough. And when you say enough is enough and you take the initiative to distance yourself from certain people, they're gonna fall off like fleas on a dog after a great wash with some lavender soap. Before I leave, I'm going to bring on some special guests. I'm going to share a brief story about me when I used to work in collections before I go. That way you guys can, get to hear a bit about what I did and what led me to this. For 9 years, I was in the collections career. I was working in legal collections for many of those years, where I had to harass people who owed, they had owed money to the banks that I worked for. They had supposed debt, I did not feel good about doing what I was, doing. And that has had, and I had to stop. I have a strong passion to help people, and what I was doing, I was getting bonus, I was getting commission. I had to hit a certain quota every month so I can get these bonuses and commissions. Plus, I was making salary. So, for me, I put it to you like this: I was doing very great for myself and for my family. Was able to purchase a home, get the car of my dreams, which was a BMW. I'm not saying this to boast or brag, but this is, I was making great money, but I was not happy. After a certain amount of time, it started to hit me that these people would tell me that they couldn't pay off the debts, and they were telling me they were going to commit suicide. They didn't feel good about themselves. They were pretty much as if I was their psychiatrist, and I couldn't. And I had to pretty much use tactics for them to pay. As an example, well, you have to pay off. If not, you could be sued. And even though the attorneys were there wasn't going to be guaranteed to be sued, but there was a high possibility. So I had to tell them these things. But a lot of them were baby boomers, A lot of them didn't really have the money, and they will cry on the phone. Okay? And I couldn't do this any longer, and I had to stop what I was doing eventually, and I quit corporate America, and I just became an entrepreneur. I followed my goals, my passions and dreams in life, and I went after it. And my ex at the time didn't like that fact that I quit. I left I was making more than 6 figures, and she didn't like that, and I didn't care about the money no longer. My happiness was more important. And eventually we broke up. She broke up with me, and that was the biggest blessing of my life. That's when I went through a depression, but that was the biggest blessing, because through there I changed my lifestyle, the way I was eating, my mindset, and my whole life. I went from old earth to new earth. And many of you're stuck in old earth and not forgiving people. You have to forgive, forget, and let go and move on. Because I'll tell you something, many people are having success in this movement, but many are not going around making YouTube videos boasting it either. Okay, they're not doing these type of calls. A lot of them are your public officials, okay, who know how to use their diplomatic immunity for their relief. Okay, many of them are not doing these calls, but guess what? They're sharing this with their friends and their family. Okay, and that's what we're doing. We look at everyone here on this call as friends and family. Okay, and that's how I feel about people, is friends and family here together at A.W.A.R.E, helping each other come together as a community. Okay, as a group of masterminds with powerful minds, professionals, here to work with each other. If you don't have a powerful mind, you're not about entrepreneurship, you're not about success, you're not about achieving goals and dreams in life, A.W.A.R.E doesn't want you. You can go somewhere else. Try to see if you take any of your attitudes and take it to the other big leaders here in the communities. Okay, see what they'll tell you. They'll cuss you out so bad that they'll make you cry if you're a weak-minded loser. If you're not a loser, you're not going to take offense. If you're a winner, beautiful. A.W.A.R.E wants winners. If you want to be a winner, then we can help you too. But if you have a loser type of mindset and attitude, you can go that way. I hope y'all enjoyed what I had to say and share with you guys tonight. Isabel's going to open up the lines now to bring on our first special guest, who many of you have actually longed to hear. We've gotten emails about the successes of this individual, and he's just one of many. Okay, and not, of course, I'm not here to say that he's not really awesome, because the guy's freaking awesome. Why? Because he followed A.W.A.R.E's instructions. Okay, me being an expert, an established secure party creditor, these testimonials are real, and I know them because I see it happening every day with people I'm helping. It's happening. Okay, it's happening every single day. And can tell you that with due diligence, knowing your paperwork and knowing who you are and who you're not, and the processes you're involved in, you can experience the same results. But again, if you have a poor mind, if you have any doubt that you don't know if this is going to work, if you're someone that says, well, I don't know if this is real, but I'm going to give it a try, this is not for you. You ain't going to have success. I can tell you that much right now. If you have a little bit of doubt because you haven't had successes yet, it's not going to work for you. Okay? It's not going to work for you. There's people that hadn't had success in 1, 2, 3 years. The 4th year, guess what happens? They have success. They're happy. They're excited. And guess what? They don't go doing videos. They don't go doing calls. They live their life, and they don't even teach. A.W.A.R.E, like myself, I'm taking the time out of my very busy schedule. I have many businesses, okay? And I tell you one thing, my time is very valuable and precious to me. And I only give my time if people are going to pay me. And for A.W.A.R.E, they don't have to pay me to come on. I'm doing this as, of course, the pure love and of helping the community for A.W.A.R.E. Of course, when I am consulting for them, there's a certain percentage that I do get. If anyone has the knowledge that wants to do some consulting with A.W.A.R.E, they're always looking for great quality people. But you have to fit certain criterias, guys. Okay? You have to be able to take the initiative to do your own research. Once you have the knowledge, you have the foundation. You create your own processes. The Gene Keating talks about that all the time. Patrick Devine. Once you know the fundamentals, you create your own processes, your own OIDs, your negotiable instrument. Guys. There's no reason why anyone should be struggling when there's so many people here Okay, having successes. The customer support over at A.W.A.R.E, responds amazing. I think I tell A.W.A.R.E they're too soft. I joke with them because I hear the story sometimes. People they want to think A.W.A.R.E is the savior, and it's not like that. Okay, you have to be the one that's really taking the initiative to, guess what? Study, learn, and know what you're getting into. Know who you are not and who you are. And do your own research. No excuses. I used to be a slave to a clock. I would come home. I had my wife and my children, okay? And I would come home and get on the computer and learn, study. But I had to learn many things because I was involved in many online things, how to build, so many things I had to learn. And I took the time out and I slept 3-4 hours, but I did it, okay? For years. I study every single day. I'm always learning every single day. I'm spending hours learning. That's how important it is for me to expand my mind, to connect with like minds, to help the ecosystem grow. And the ones who do not think or have the same views as me, it's fine. But we cannot do business. We cannot connect. We cannot be friends. Okay? Because I am of a mind where I connect with individuals who want to change their life, okay? They want to break out of the matrix, that are willing to do what it takes to be persistent and go after them and do what they need in the respectful, non-combative manner. Okay, non-combative. That's the way. And when you know what you know, then the IRS, the Internal Revenue, the Treasury, they're not your enemies. The government no longer becomes your enemy. They become your friend. You start loving them. Why? Because you already know that you're truly free, because you no longer have debts. Okay, because you know how to properly get rid of those things that are plaguing your life. Many of you are slaving to a clock for so many hours, maybe 2-3 jobs, just to pay off debts, when your debts are already paid for. But if you don't know who you are, then you cannot have and you will not get this knowledge, okay? Because that's just the way the laws of the universe work, okay? So I'm going to wrap it up. This special guest, as I mentioned, knows who he is and knows who he isn't. He got the courage to stand up for his rights and assert it on the record in their public venue. We welcome and introduce to you all Brian. Brian, welcome to the call. Please share your success on how you were able to successfully open up your bank account, okay, with Fidelity, and how you were able to fund your account by claiming your UCC as collateral and following the instructions, of course, I think, if I'm not mistaken, as A.W.A.R.E had given him, okay, because he was someone, okay, that came to A.W.A.R.E. They helped him out with his SPC package, and he was able to do what? Follow instructions accordingly. And what did he do? Do just that. He even made a mistake, I believe, and redid it again and had his success. Guess what? He didn't make an excuse. When it didn't go good for him the first time, guess what? He redid it again. He didn't contact A.W.A.R.E complaining like a little whiner, like a little baby, okay? He is someone that took the initiative, that stepped up to the plate and said, you know what? I'm going to make this happen. I'm going to follow the instructions, and I'm going to be successful at this because I got the right mindset. And that's what Brian has. Brian, welcome to the call, sir.